சபீருக்கு வந்து சபீர் சரியா கரெக்ட் டைமிங்ல போறீங்க அவரு. சரி இப்ப நான் போலியே போல நீங்க வந்து கத்தி கொண்டிருக்கிறேன் அவரு.
Okay, let's start the session. So today, let's discuss about audit reporting related questions, right? Because if you take Advanced Audit and Assurance paper, audit reporting is one of the major area, right? Like 10 to 15 marks question confirm, right? So definitely you will get questions from this area, minimum 10, maximum 15, right? So 10 marks to 15 marks question definitely tested from this area. Now let's see how this can be tested. So examinable questions. So if I take audit reporting questions, right? Audit reporting is the final phase of external audit. If you take Advanced Audit and Assurance complete syllabus, one portion is external audit. Another portion is other assignments. So there are different types of assignments given. Along with that, external audit can be tested. But only added point to external audit is group audit. Group audit is also added, right? So if you take external audit have three phases, three stages. One is planning stage. Second one is performance stage. Third one is reporting stage. So reporting stage is the last stage of external audit portion. And there are few questions possible. There are few questions possible. One is theory questions. If you take theory questions, students, like ISA 700 to ISA 706, these standards can be tested. Sorry, ISA 700 to ISA 706. The standards can be tested, but try to understand one thing, students, here. If you take these theory questions, mainly it's towards the paragraphs. Right. So the paragraphs, there are few paragraphs that we discussed in the class, right? Key audit matter paragraph, emphasizes of matter paragraph, other matter paragraph, other information, right? So these kind of areas you should focus more, because if we take these type of theoretical questions like key audit matter, emphasizes matter, other information, all these areas, can be tested as theory questions, and also to familiarize yourself with this concept, I ask you to refer ACCA technical articles. ACCA technical articles, because in ACCA's website, there are technical articles published related to these paragraphs. There are articles related to key audit meta paragraph. There are articles related to emphasis of meta paragraph. There are articles related to other meta paragraph and other information. So please refer technical articles related to these paragraphs. One of the major paragraph, which very, very important paragraph, is key audit meta paragraph. And there are a lot of changes happened recently in the key audit meta paragraph. Therefore, go through with that. This is one type of question that examiner can ask in the exam. Second type of question, a scenario will be given. A scenario will be given, right? And that scenario includes misstatements. A scenario will be given and that scenario includes what? Misstatements. What is mean by misstatements? ISA 450 standard, it's explained what is misstatement. ISA 450 standard clearly explains what is misstatement. A misstatement can be an omission or non-compliance with standard. So, a scenario that include misstatements, and if you take management refuse to adjust misstatements. Management refuse to adjust those misstatements. See, if management adjust misstatements, then free from errors. Then free from errors, no problem. We can give true and fair. But sometimes management refuse to adjust those misstatements. If management is refusing a material misstatement or a misstatement, what will be the impact to financial statement? Implication to financial statement. So this is the second type of question. So they will give you a scenario. That scenario includes some type of misstatements, and management is refusing to adjust those misstatements. As a result of that refusal, what will be the impact to financial statement? How that can impact to our income statement? How that can be impact to our balance sheet? So that is what called implication to financial statements, right? Most of the students, they write answer for these type of questions as a direct word, right? The opinion is like modified, opinion is qualified, like that single word they are writing answers. But try to understand one thing, examiner is expecting certain things from you all. Examiner is expecting certain things from you all. There should be certain components or contents to be included within your answers. So suppose if you get a question, the same type of question tested in audit and assurance skills level paper as well. Same type of question. But in audit and assurance skills level paper, the misstatements are more visible misstatements. Accounting standard knowledge, a limited standard knowledge is enough to understand that problem. A limited standard knowledge is enough to understand that problem. But if you take implication to financial statements at advanced audit and assurance level, where the P level, final level, the misstatements are very detailed misstatements. A proper accounting standard knowledge is important to identify the mistakes. Because not like skills level, here the misstatements are not clearly visible. The misstatements are not clearly visible. Okay. So always I'm telling to students, there should be an answer structure. That answer structure should be followed by you. When you are writing answers, you should follow this answer structure. That would be very helpful to determine the scope of your answer. Right. Determine the scope of your answer. First of all, when you are writing an answer, try to identify key issue. Try to identify key issue. What is the problem? The problem is either omission or either misstatement or error. Mostly at AAA, it is non-compliance with standard only. So try to identify that issue. Try to identify that issue. After identifying that problem, students, try to explain standard treatment. Try to explain the standard treatment. Let's say in the scenario, they speaks about NRV issue. Then take the second point, IAS 2, inventory standard, NRV issue. IAS 16, revaluation. IAS 24, related party. IAS 37, provision. Likewise, it's your duty to explain the standard requirement. So duty to explain what? The standard requirement. Third point, you should assess materiality. You should assess what? Materiality. Assessing materiality, ISA 320. You need to assess materiality. You might study ISA 320. Under that, materiality can be decided in two ways by the auditor. One is by looking at the nature. Two is by looking at the amount. Mostly in your skills paper and even AAA, Advanced Audit and Assurance paper, the materiality we assess towards the amounts. After assessing materiality, right, it's our duty to assess pervasiveness. What is pervasiveness? Most of the students, they don't have a clear idea about pervasiveness. Pervasiveness means the spreadedness to financial statement. Certain misstatement will affect only a particular part of financial statement. Right. But certain misstatements can able to affect more than one part of financial statement. Certain misstatements will only affect what? A particular part of financial statements, but certain misstatements will affect more than one part of financial statement. That is, we call spreadedness. Spreadedness. More than one area get affected. So that we should assess. I'll tell you how to assess in the scenario when we are doing a question, right? After that, finally, we should provide opinion. Finally, we should provide opinion. And along with the opinion, after that, right, basis of opinion. Opinion and basis for opinion. So this is the answer structure that we need to follow. This is the answer structure that we need to follow. So when you guys get a question, implication to financial statements, right? Try to follow these 6 steps. Try to follow these 6 steps and develop your answer structure. That would be easy for you to score good marks. Today, I'll do one question. I'm going to use the same answer structure. Okay. First, copy these points, examinable questions. Then I'll move to third examinable question after that. Third examinable questions after that. First, copy this. I hope you all copied. Now, students, let's move to the third type of question. Third type of question, little tricky, little difficult. But if you're really good in auditing standards, if you are really good in auditing standards, it is not that difficult. Fine. So those who are not really good in ISAs, International Standards in Auditing, might feel a little difficult here. Right. See, they will give you a scenario. Actually, it's not a scenario. It's an extract of audit report. An extract of audit report. Normally, this audit report prepared by, it is prepared by less competent person. Can be a audit junior, can be audit senior or someone. So when an audit junior or audit senior prepare an audit report, the report consists so many mistakes, so many non-compliances. So they will give you an extract of audit report which is prepared by a less competent person within the audit team. They request you to apply your judgment. Apply your judgment and critically evaluate. Critically evaluate audit report. Critically evaluate what? Audit report. See here, critical evaluation means not rewriting the same report given. Critical evaluating means what? Not rewriting the same report as it is. Not rewriting the same report as it is. Keep that in your mind. Okay? Sorry. So here rewriting that given report is not expected from the students. Because most of the students, then they ask us to critically evaluate the audit report. They take the report and they rewrite. That is not expected. Don't rewrite the given report. Take the facts, mistakes, put your judgment, put your standard competency and evaluate. That is what expected here. That is what expected. Right. When we are doing this type of questions, again, there is an answer structure that we should follow. That would be easy for us to make points. First one is order of audit report. If you take audit report, that audit report should have a particular order that you might study the order of the report. There should be a title, addressee, responsibilities of management, responsibilities of auditor. That order you can't change. sometime in the given extract of audit report, that given order might be wrong. So you should see whether the audit report which is given here is in the correct order. The contents are at correct order or not. That we should verify. After that, suitability of headings. Suitability of headings. Because if I take audit report, this audit report have different headings. That audit report have different headings. Emphasizes of meta paragraph, periodic meta paragraph, responsibilities of management, basis for opinion. Likewise, that headings, you should see whether those headings are right or wrong. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, see, the third point that we should check. These are the scope. When you are writing an answer, please check these things in that report. Then you can find out points to criticize that particular report. So order of the report, suitability of the heading. Then we can see suitability of paragraphs. There are different types of paragraphs. Emphasizes of meta paragraph, other meta paragraph, other information. All these paragraphs, whether it is suitable or not, the suitability of those paragraphs included. That you should check. For example, I'll tell you, emphasizes of meta paragraph means whatever the things correctly accounted, whatever the things correctly disclosed in the financial statements, but still auditor feel it is important to disclose such information to shareholders. Still auditor feels it is important to disclose such matters to shareholders. Those matters comes under emphasizes of meta paragraph. And emphasizes of meta paragraph do not include any type of misstatements. Emphasizes of meta paragraph do not include any type of misstatements. That's the general idea. But in the given, let's say in the given extract, they gave a misstatement, like emphasizes of meta paragraph includes some type of misstatements. So you can criticize that point, because emphasizes of meta paragraph should not include any misstatements. But in the given extract, emphasizes of meta paragraph includes misstatements. That is a point to criticize. That is a point to criticize. That is called suitability of the paragraph. Next one. suitability of opinion. Sometimes that given opinion is not correct. The misstatement is material, the misstatement is pervasive, but auditor gave true and fair. The given report, misstatement is material, misstatement is pervasive, but auditor give true and fair. It's a problem. Suitability of opinion is a question, right? And also we can see heading of opinion paragraph. So if I take opinion paragraph, the respective opinion paragraph should be headed with the correct opinion. For example, if the paragraph or if I say opinion, qualified opinion, then the heading should be a qualified opinion, not just opinion. If the opinion is adverse opinion, then the heading should be adverse opinion, not just opinion. And also, we should assess heading of basis for opinion paragraph. Let's say the basis opinion paragraph also same. The headings should be respective opinion on. For example, if I'm qualifying opinion, the opinion paragraph should be headed as qualified opinion. Basis for opinion paragraph should be headed as basis for qualified opinion. That is important. Then, responsibilities of management. Sometimes management responsibility is taken as auditor's responsibility. For example, preparation of financial statement. Preparation of financial statement. Whose responsibility? Management responsibility. Preparation of financial statements. Whose responsibility? It is management responsibility. But in the audit report, audit senior mentioned preparation of financial statements is auditor's responsibility. Preparation of financial statement is auditor's responsibility. That is wrong. Responsibility issue. Likewise, auditor's responsibility. For example, ISA 240, let's take ISA 240 speaks about fraud. ISA 240 speaks about fraud. Who is primarily responsible for the fraud? Management. But in the audit report, auditor mentioned it is auditor's responsibility. It is auditor's responsibility to report fraud. It is auditor's responsibility to report fraud. That is also a point, problem. So all these are responsibility related issues. All these are responsibility related issues. The final one is wording. How that particular audit report is worded. How that particular audit report is worded. Right. So it's a formal report. A formal wordings are expected. Right. So these are the points that you should remember when you are criticizing or when you are evaluating a given audit report. Copy this. Copy this. Okay, now students, let's move to one question. Right. I'll give 5 minutes time. Type your answers. It's a simple explanation scenario. They ask, evaluate implication to audit. Evaluate implication to audit. Then we can discuss. Try out this question. Now you know the format, answer structure. Just take this as an example and try to develop your answer. See here, if I take this story, Rule Limited's year end is 31st December 2022. Profit before tax is 5.8 million INR. I'll make it LKR for you all. Total assets 60 million. So total assets 60 million. Why they gave these things? To assess materiality. You all know ISA 320 speaks about materiality. Materiality can be assessed by using certain threshold. Total asset can be used as a threshold. Profit can be used as a threshold. Net asset can be used as a threshold. Revenue can be used as a threshold. Company purchased a new brand license for next 10 years. The company purchased a brand license. So that is an intangible asset. IAS 38, purchased intangibles. You should account purchase intangibles. Internally generated intangibles cannot be recognized in the financial statements. Purchase intangibles with definite useful life. Amortization model should be applied. Purchase intangible with indefinite useful life. Annual impairment review should be conducted. So here, the purchase date is 1st of January 2022 and the brand license cost is 1.5 million and expected to generate benefits from 1st of January 2024. When we purchase this brand license 1st of January 22 and the useful life is 10 years. But when this particular license we started to generate income, that is after 2 years, 1st of January 2024. Right? So standard IAS 38 clearly said you can amortize from the date economic benefits derived. From the date that economic benefits derived. Not from the date of purchase. Generally, the purchase date and economic benefit deriving dates are same, general. But in case of if you hold that particular brand or license for the period of 2 years, after that if you are utilizing it, then there is a problem. Why? Because the standard IAS 38 said, fine, we can commence amortization from the date economic benefit started to derive. So the finance director used amortization model to recognize in the financial statement. Amortization amount charged to income statement 150,000 per annum. So what is the impact to audit report? What is the impact to audit report? See here, 1.5 million divided by 10 years. That's why it's become 150,000. You can't divide by 10 years. It is wrong. Reason, when economic benefit started to derive 1st of January 2024. So effective utilizing useful life is 8 years only. So this 150,000 per annum is a misstatement. Actually, this 1.5 million should be divided by 8 years. So actual, if you take actual amortization is 187,500. But how much of amortization charged? 150,000. 150,000. Meaning, here see, amortization charged. Amortization charge 150,000 per annum. Amortization required. That should be 187,500 per annum. Overstatement of amortization. Overstatement of amortization 37,500. So this is the mistake. So actually the misstatement amount is what? Understated by 37,500. So we charge 150,000. The real amortization amount is 187,500. So the amortization is understated by, not overstatement, it is understated. So understatement of amortization is 37,500. So that is the issue. So if you take materiality, the materiality, 37,500 is the misstatement divided by profit figure, how much? 5.8 million. Profit figure 5.8 million into 100. So let's take 37,500 divided by 5.8 million into 100. So that representing 6.46%, which is immaterial, to financial statement. So if it is immaterial to financial statement, students, simply the opinion is what? True and fair. Simply the opinion is true and fair. Right? So the opinion paragraph should be headed unqualified opinion, then true and fair. So here I gave some questions. Right? See answer structure. So this answer structure is similar what I said, right? Okay. And students, I'll share this material after the class. And next question here it's given is implication to critical evaluate audit report. Critical evaluate audit report question is also given. Okay. So I gave the answers. Did you all understood what we discussed today? Examinable questions. How these points can be tested. Easily you can score 10 to 15 marks if you are comfortable with these question patterns. So take the past papers and practice reporting questions and familiarize yourself. That would be easy to score 10 to 15 marks. Okay. So I'll share this material now. Right, to your WhatsApp group. And I'll finish session today a little early, right? So I'll put one more extra class that will put in a text in the group. Okay, because I wanted to discuss further areas, like some other topics we need to discuss to make yourself familiar with the concepts, right? The paper. So the discussion is paper oriented. So I'll share those tudes also. So probably this week onwards, we can put some extra class, right? Friday and the weekends. Okay. So with that point, I'll stop for today. I'll share this material with you. Thank you.